Warning! Some viewers may find this podcast repugnant. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Liberty or Death podcast.
With your host, Twisted Josh.
Where our motto is facts and common sense over your feelings. No. Why do you gotta say that for?
Previously recorded on 8/8/25.
Hello. What is up, everybody? What is up? Yo, I hope everybody is having a good old weekend and also a good week whenever you see this recording or hear it. Yeah, haven't seen you guys in a minute. Missed you guys, really. Just been doing Josh stuff, man. Busy. So anyway, all right, we're gonna get down to the minute. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have heard the Cincinnati Brawl by now. It's been 2 weeks. And you know, I know I'm late on it, but it's like I always said, it's my commentary, damn it. It's my commentary. White liberal women says conservatives don't have student loans because they're uneducated. Check this out, guys.
Somebody just told me that MAGA doesn't have student loans. And I wanted to be like, duh, sweetie, we know. We know that MAGA doesn't have student loans. MAGA doesn't go to school. They don't seek higher education. They don't seek out higher levels of critical thinking skills and analysis and research capabilities. They don't. Of course they wouldn't have student loans if they're MAGA. Duh, right? Somebody just told me that MAGA doesn't have student loans.
Now I don't put too not that much business out there, but I have student loans. I'm still paying on those student loans. Yeah, so why and I'm conservative and I'm an American first. So, I was MAGA before the MAGA movement. So anyway, uneducated? No, I think not. Now, I have like I said, I have an associates of science, degree in radiology. Yeah, believe it or not. But I don't go boast about it and this is my brain, like the scarecrow. Just because I got a freaking certificate doesn't make me smart. And I believe book smart and street smart. If you don't have street smarts, you're you're basically academia is not really that much of an intelligence. It's street smarts that makes you a smart person. That's just my opinion. And and the stuff like that. It's just, that's just the way I am. And that's just my thinking. Believe it or not. Yes, sweetie, we do have student loans. I have student loans. I'm still working on getting my student loans down. So, suck it. I'm not getting offended by it because, like I said, you can be book smart, but but lack the common sense. And you know what I mean? Like the common sense and the critical thinking skills. Because if you actually had critical thinking skills, you wouldn't be thinking that MAGA doesn't have student loans or they're uneducated. So you know what I mean? So, and it's also most of the people on your side are screaming, "Oh, I don't think I should pay student loans because I'm an intelligent person. So why doesn't intelligent people have to pay student?" I'm like, what? Well, if you're intelligent, you would know what a student loan is. You know what I mean? So I made a TikTok about it, and it's up on my YouTube and stuff like that. But just because you're book smart doesn't mean that you're intelligent. There's a lot of variables that play into being intelligent, believe it or not. Like I said, you can be the smartest, dumbest person out there. Anyway, so this woman here, Miss Holly, she is actually, and we're gonna skip, you know, and graphic material, guys. I warned you guys, this podcast could be repugnant. So just warning you. So if you have kids or whatever in listening to my podcast or watching my podcast, or you're sitting down, you're chilling with your bottle of wine or whatever the case is, and you have kids around, this is a it's just going to be a graphic one. So because we're gonna go over the fight and stuff like that, because I've seen a couple things in the fight that I was like, like let's like following a lot of, that's the word, gems in the video. So Miss Holly, she speaks out about this about the fight. So let me share the screen again. And she is having a hard time, man. I mean, rightfully so. You know what I mean? Here we go.
Happening to anybody else. These heinous crimes have to stop. I never want this to happen to anyone else, especially a mother, a daughter, somebody who is loved. So I just know what it's done to my family, not just to me. And I think that moving forward, we do need more accountability. And I definitely think that, we need more police officers, but like he said, the judges who are just letting people out with a slap. The man who attacked me and might have permanently damaged me forever should never have been on the streets, ever. And the fact that he had just gotten out of jail previously.
And if you guys don't know, you guys will find out, you'll guys find out later.
For something he should have been in there for years. It's really sad to me because I can't even fathom how many other people who have been attacked by the same type of man over and over and over in Toledo, in Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton. Our streets are being taken over and nobody is doing anything. I am so sad, and I need to be the voice to help all of the victims that never got their justice.
Now she's a single mother of, I believe she has 3 kids. And they did a Benny Johnson did a GoFundMe, and we'll go ahead and share this real quick. It's got Benny Johnson on there. So how do I get out of this one right here?
First and foremost,
Okay,
I just
there you
want to
go.
say that I don't want to relive
What's that? So Benny Johnson did a fundraiser for her, a GoFundMe, Give, Send, Go. And I spoke with Holly, the victim of Cincinnati mob attack. She's a single mom, severely injured, unable to work, and now living in hiding due to threats. This is her official Give, Send, Go. 100% of it goes to her recovery and legal fees to fight back. Holly tells me, I never want any mother or daughter to have to endure this again. I will fight to ensure justice. So help me God. Holly has retained legal counsel to make sure justice is served. And your donation will cover Holly's medical bills, lost wages, and legal fees as she works to heal and ensure that this never happens again. Let's show Holly that she's not forgotten and that she's not alone. Let's show the world that America stands together. So this graphic shows that's her face. That's what we saw previously. What she was her. She was healing, but this is what she looked like during the after the aftermath of their deal. So her gifts and go. So let's click on that. She's actually raised a lot more. The goal was 25,000, as you guys can see, and she raised $580,796. So she's raised that. So, which is pretty, that's pretty awesome. I mean, let's hope she gets back on. Let's hope she gets back on her feet, and hopefully, nothing is major. You know what I'm saying? She's able to get her and her family are able to get through this, and our thoughts and prayers go out to her as well. Also, she she's not the only one that states this. Sorry, I'm thought she's not the only one that thinks like this, though. There is a restaurant owner. He's a CEO, and he is actually getting out of the city of Cincinnati. It says outraged CEO shows. Let me click on that. And this is from the Daily Mail. This it's updated August 4th of 2025. And I know I'm not sharing it. Bear with me. Money. Bam. So outraged CEO shows Daily Mail the hellish truth about downtown Cincinnati in wake of man on woman brawl that shocked America. You heard what she said, right? At towards the end, you know what I'm saying? That, the crime and stuff like that, and it's like nobody's doing anything about it as far as that goes. This CEO also verifies what she's stating as well. And I'm not going to read too much of it, but it says his name is Victor Lewis, founder and CEO of local firm One Logistic Network. Took the mail on a grim tour of the beleaguered Ohio City on Monday. He said Cincinnati's woke leaders are entirely to blame for its demise. It says the city has been thrust into the national spotlight following the mass brawl that erupted on the night of July 26th with a man and a woman being violently assaulted by violent men. So here we go. That's the owner right there. Cincinnati is home to 8 Fortune 500 headquarters, but during rush hour on Monday morning, its streets were near desolate. And the people at Daily Mail did see a pink picture of why Lewis and others are so angry. See, woman, broad daylight, cross a church, shooting up. Look at this. Addicts shoot up in the streets of Cincinnati. I'm not gonna play any sound, but I mean, you guys get the gist of it. Look at that. That's crazy, man. That's nuts. So just a few hundred feet from the grandiose and historic city hall, a young woman around 20 years old was seen injecting herself with the syringe, and that's her. It says other Cincinnati vagrants were seen smoking from glass pipes commonly used to get high on crack cocaine, crystal meth, or fentanyl. All in broad daylight. Like, where's the cops on the here? Like, what this is? Is this like California? I'm pretty sure you guys seen all the footage from California, Skid Row or whatever, at that place and stuff like that, and it's just nasty. This is Cincinnati, Ohio. So he's stating that he's gonna him and his business and his employees are going to go somewhere else. They're gonna leave the city of Cincinnati, and they're gonna go actually to the here he is. But Lewis told Daily Mail that Cincinnati deserves its newfound notoriety, and he said last week's brawl was a straw that broke the camel's back, with his 35 employees now moving to the peaceful suburb of Blue Ash. Yeah, they just had enough of it, and basically he's just done. And it's been issued after issue. He added, Lewis said his employees no longer feel safe working in the area, adding that they don't want to come down to work here anymore. I don't blame him, man. I mean, you see all these, you know, people and shooting up, doing whatever the case is, and I, you know, I wouldn't want to feel safe to be honest with you. No, he says when you fix, he stated here. It says when you can't fix these problems like littering and drug abuse, you're not going to be able to fix violent crime. Why ask people to play chess when they can't even play checkers? Yep, that's it. It says the 39-year-old added the city doesn't control violent crime and they can't maintain litter and they can't maintain vagrants. Guess what? Those things just run rampant, and that's what we are seeing around the city. Yeah, it's just plain wow. Plain trash, literally. Figurative speaking and literally. Yeah, trash. So yeah. And now moving forward, this actually has happened before. Like, you know, Cincinnati has had their this I don't know if you guys seen this, but this has happened before in Cincinnati where uh this is unrelated but to this, but this happened like 10 years ago where a police attacked by mob in Cincinnati rescue white man from black beatdown. So there was 40 people to this one guy, who was white and has gotten beat he got beaten down by a mob. Like, are you freaking kidding me? This happened at the 4th of July hip hop and electra concert. Late last Saturday night, several officers were wounded, including one who needed stitches after a thrown glass bottle struck him in the face. Another officer was punched and received a split lip. According to one report, police had to rescue a white man being attacked by about 40 black people. Jai Quinn Britton, 21, punched a peace officer in the face while officers tried to arrest another person, according to court documents. Britton then ran from officers through Fountain Square before being tased and arrested. As arrests were made, an officer told a bystander operating a camera, "Hey, when you're shooting that video, make sure you get the officer with the busted lip." Britton is accused of assault, resisting arrest, and obstructing official business. Gary Sheffield, 29, was arrested in the 500 block of Walnut Street near Fountain Square for misconduct at an emergency, according to court documents. Police said Schaefer refused to obey orders and screamed at officers. Yeah. There you go. 7 people were arrested, including 3 juveniles. One man, WKRC TV reported one man attacked by the mob was found motionless on a sidewalk. The alleged detail of the beating of the victim were told by a police officer in an anonymous online statement reported by the website Cincinnati versus Everyone, which I clicked on that. It's nowhere to be found. So then we form into a riot. This is what he said, the alleged details. So then we form into riot formation with helmets on and began passing out the shields. Honestly, this was the first time I got to partake in this. So we see ahead a scuffle began and think it's just a fight. Well, not so much. It was like 40 versus 1. I saw 40 v1. It was 40 black youth stomping the crap out of one unlucky male, white. He didn't do anything to deserve the speeding except be white. I'm going to skip all the rhetoric and just say, don't we all matter? This just pisses us off time to rescue or at least try to get these thugs off of him. So we were sent in with shields and an arrest team to do a victim rescue. Feel bad for the guy since he nor anyone deserved a beat down like that for no reason. What happened to the days to where you I'm sorry. What happened to the days that we where if there's a scuffle between two people, it stays between two people. And if somebody wants to break it up, all right, just break it up. I get it, tempers flare and that like that. But 40 people on one dude, or even 5 for that matter, bruh, come on. Seriously? You know, whatever. Like I said, what happened to those days where it's just between those people that are beefing? Now it's a trend. You know, they all these people out there, or thugs or whatever they want to call them, they want to sit there and like, oh, demon time, and they all, you know what I'm saying, rush people, this one person and stuff like. I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? Really? $40 people on one person, 100 on one person, even 2 people for that matter. The ratio, it's not the ratio. It's not. You know what I mean? It doesn't add up. The math ain't mathing, bro. I mean, come on, man. Like this is. I get this is what pisses me off even more. Like really, 40 against one person, 40 against 200 versus 2 people. Like what? No, let those 2 people duke it out, and then at the end, you know, at the end, you either shake your hand or you just go off your way, turn the other, or you know, just walk away and just go after the fight's done. See you, fam. Later, dude. Both go your separate ways. If you see each other again, you may have that in the city because it's a small world. You may have some animosity between you two, or you may try to avoid each other, or you may like, yo, I apologize. They see that's what happened when back in the days, bro. Back in the days when I got into a couple of scuffles too. At the end of the day, you're like, hey, I shake your hand. You know what I'm saying? I shake your hand and be on with it. I can next time I see you, I can either avoid you or come up to you, yo, what's up, bro? You want to you want a beer or something? You know what I mean? So it's come on. Now it's 40 people jump to one guy, 50, 100 people to 1 or 2 people on 1 or 2 people. Like, I'm done. And the officer ended his statement with a plea of unity. I felt like I had to tell the truth and get the word out there from one of the men on the front line. We as an American society and Cincinnatians need to get our act together because these types of interactions are going to increase. I say it again, which I guess he foresaw the future because it happened again. I say it again. This stuff is increasing not only here at home, but across the country. We need to come together and fight back. Yep. And this happened July 4th, 2015. Unrelated to that, but I just wanted to say this has happened in Cincinnati. And so that's what I found. Just warning you guys, it's gonna get graphic. And this is the bone that I have with this chick, the chief of police, whatever she is. Yo, hit that like, share, comment button. Let me know what you guys think about this whole ordeal or this horror ordeal. And holla at your boy, man. Holla at your boy. Oh, of course you are.
Welcome back in here to Live and Now from Fox. I'm Andy Mack. Let's take you right now out to Cincinnati, and many of you might have seen some videos circulating.
All right, we're gonna squeeze.
The fight was over with. The fight was over 6 a.m.
First of all, I'm gonna hit on some couple spots. I'm not playing the whole video. If you want to go look it up, go right ahead, do your own thing. But because I'm gonna weigh in on what she said. Soon.
First officers were on the scene at 3:12 a.m. Based on the body cam footage that I've watched, that response time is completely acceptable because the downtown area still had traffic congestion from all of the events. Upon arrival, the fight was over with. The fight was over with when the officers arrived. And the majority of the participants were gone. The officers did exactly what they are trained to do. They gathered information from the victims that were still at the scene to complete an offense report. I will tell you, at this time, we have victims and suspects identified, and we have charged 5 people in this offense. I'm not going to release that information to you. I will say, if individuals were down there and participated in this event, it would be in their best interest to come turn themselves in at one of our police districts. We have 5 we have charged and anticipate more.
6 now. This is.
Let me be clear. Anyone.
Hold on. Doesn't she look like the original classic Snow White, the witch? Doesn't she look like that witch from Snow White? I don't know. It was just something I was like, yo, why does she look familiar? And I'm like, oh shit, she looks like that witch from Snow White. look at her. Look at this face there. Look at that. Look, it just looks like that witch. Like the cartoons came true. Like Roger Rabbit.
Who put their hands on another individual during this incident in an attempt to cause harm will face consequences. I don't care which side of the incident or the fight they were on. If they place their hands on somebody in an attempt to cause harm, that is unacceptable. This is still an open investigation, and all potential charges are being investigated for everyone involved. All investigative tools and techniques are on the table, including, were some of these individuals overserved at some local establishments? It is clear to us that alcohol played a significant part in this incident.
Well, they were coming. Well, I believe Holly said the same thing when she went to there on an interview with Ingram on Fox News. I saw that, and she said that she saw the dude that she was trying to break the fight with before she got hit. That she saw them. She saw him at a party. That in the same party they were at the same party. She known him. I don't think so, but you know, at first you heard that these two couples. So I'm like, well, wife and you know what I'm saying, or whatever, significant other. You know what I'm saying, whatever the case is, and you know, it's just like what, and then they come to find out they don't know each other. You know, she just I believe it's just like a acquaintance, like here, hi, bye kind of thing, you know. So they didn't even know each other, but she's seen him at the same party that they were attending.
Incident. I want to thank every citizen who has come forward and provided us with information. Some of those tips have led to the charges being signed.
Okay, I'm jumping social media.
social media and journalism
Oh,
and the role it plays in this incident. And yes, guys, that's you. That is you. Social media, the post that we've seen, does not depict the entire incident. That is one version of what occurred.
well, then where's the other part? I mean, where's the other part at? Well, you have opportunity to show us. Why not show us? Oh, because it's, being investigated. Mm.
At times, social media and mainstream media and their commentaries are a misrepresentation of the circumstances surrounding any given event. What that does, that causes us some difficulties in thoroughly investigating the activity and enforcing the law.
What?
Because what happens, that social media post and your coverage of it distorts the content of what actually happened. And it makes our job more difficult. My absolute gratitude.
I would like for you to elaborate on that, ma'am. I would like for you to elaborate on that. We just seen a video, we well, I mean, we all have seen it, you know what I'm saying? We all have seen that video. Did anybody add to or take away? I mean, if there's more, do share, you know what I'm saying? But we're just going off of what was sent. This is how I, as a podcaster, am putting my commentary on it. So it's, how is that, or and other podcasters, how is that, messing up, in a nutshell, your investigation?
For the investigators who came in on Saturday as soon as this video was posted.
And this is my opinion. And this is my opinion here. Let's just say if let's just say if nobody recorded it, or this recording, then, or somebody did record it and they were able to get their hands on it and not, what would the media spin it then? How would the media spin it then? I mean, we wouldn't know nothing about it. Kind of reminds me of the George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? You see a video of a homeboy, and he's, he looks high. I'm like, this, when I saw the video for the first time, for the first time when it happened, I was like, this dude's stoned. He's got to be stoned or something, because the way he's acting is how a stoner, or what a stoner would act. And I'm like, this dude's got to be high, bro. He's got to be high, because they're just the way he acted. And then 6 months later, oh, here's a full video, guys. Like, at all the I could be, I'm speculating here. Then 6 months later, it comes out that, you could here's what happened, really happened, and blah blah blah. Yes, I'm like, wow, that people could have used that. That could have stopped a riot. And people and people getting burned, people dying and stuff, like them buildings getting burned, and I'm sorry, scratch. I said people getting, but the riot and looting and stuff would have probably minimized it, per se, not stopped it. I mean, but minimized it. See what I'm saying? You're just sorry about that. You're just, I think personally, from a personal opinion, that she's irritated that they couldn't spin it. They can't spin this. This is just by the way she's acting. Just like I said, it's my opinion, but like I said, it kind of reminds me of the George Floyd, how they, in increments, they would release videos, and all of a sudden, oh, it's everything's said and done. Oh, here's a whole video, guys. You're like, wow, that could have stopped a lot of stuff. Anyway, moving right along.
And rolled their sleeves up and got to work. They have done an amazing amount of work in a short period of time. I want to look to the men and women. If you can see me or hear me now, I want to say thank you to the men and women of CPD. You made this weekend, outside of this one incident, an amazing success for this city. It is because of your hard work that we are able to have such large-scale events here in Cincinnati. And we will continue to do that because of the work that the police do all of the time for this city. To the men and women, if nobody else has told you today, thank you. On the I have watched, that is unacceptable to not call the police when you view this. Nobody got us there as quickly as we could. Hospital after, I know that when the officers who arrived on the scene, based on the body cam footage that I have watched, thank you. Thank you for stepping up. You're civilian and sworn on this department.
Anyone go to the hospital? If so, how?
Not go unnoticed.
Okay, she's asking a question, so
Thank you.
Chief, did anyone go to the hospital? If so, how many people went to the hospital and what are their conditions?
I don't know if they went to the hospital after. I know that when the officers who arrived on the scene, based on the body cam footage that I have watched, that all of the victims were still on the scene. And they appeared to be as well as could possibly be expected.
So you're going off of the footage from the body cam footage from the cops then. So you don't know the whole story. You may or may not know. I'm just going off of what you're saying right now. So you're just going off of what the body cam footage is without knowing the whole story. You know what I mean? So you're just as clueless as we are. What initially happened and how it happened and why it happened. Why it happened.
A lot of people, some are angry that this incident happened. Others, frankly, are scared to go downtown given the picture that this paints for the area. What message do you have for those folks?
I think what they should be angry about is nobody called the police. Nobody got us there as quickly as we could get there. They waited until they saw it on social media. Now everybody's concerned about what's going on. That is, hold on, you asked a question, let me answer. That is unacceptable to not call the police when you view this. Traffic was horrendous. People saw this, they were fighting in front of traffic. Why didn't somebody call us?
Well, I mean, the same thing I can say is I mean, for most of us that have been downtown, I mean, I you know, downtown, I mean, half the time, I don't know if it's just whatever, but when I go downtown like Orlando or Tampa, I mean, you see a lot of police present. The police around. You know, either barricades or riding bikes around it, like in Orlando, riding bikes around. Of course, it can't be everywhere, but there's a good presence on the street. You know what I mean? Of cops in Orlando. I don't know how Cincinnati is. Maybe you guys can tell me how Cincinnati is. You guys have a lot, but going off of what I showed you earlier, nothing to see here. People doing, shooting up, drugs on broad daylight. Where's the cops there? So tell me how responsive the cops are, and especially now it's at nighttime and there's a lot of traffic, and traffic was bad. So would have the cops been able to stop it or get to it in time? Probably not.
As to the part of your question about people not wanting to go downtown, I will still take my family downtown. I will patronize restaurants downtown. What people need to realize, what adults need to realize, you need to be mindful of your alcohol consumption. A lot of times when we, the police, get involved in incidents like this, it's because of alcohol.
Yeah, you're right. But once
So
once a person, starts drinking, some people, when they start drinking, they can't stop. You know what I mean? Their way of stopping is, all right, I'm done now, and I'm stumbling. Can't even freaking speak or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you are in a sense, you are right about that. But I mean, if you're out having a good time, you're slinging back and you're not caring. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, the establishments are supposed to like stop at a certain, like once they see you like inebriated, they can cut you off. But who's going to stop? Like, yo, bro, go give me a beer. Your friend, you know what I mean? So your friend might not be drunk, but he's getting alcohol beverage for his the boy that asked him to. See what I'm saying? So not, you know what I'm saying? And if you're in a crowd of people, how are people able to, you know what I'm saying, maintain control other people's alcohol beverages, unless the same person's going back to the same bar or the same cart asking for a beer. Now that same person did that, then of course, yeah, dude, I can't serve you anymore. I got to cut you off. Yes, it's the establishment's responsibility to stop if the same person went, then causes an accident because, and that dude, that drunk could, or that person that's drunk could actually, the establishment of that place could get in trouble for that. Well, I don't know how it is in the other states, but it should be, they can get in trouble and sue the establishment for, their family, their family's death or injuries.
I will go downtown. I will patronize. I will encourage my family members to go downtown and patronize. What I won't do is tell them to downtown when all the bars are letting out at 3:00 in the morning.
And on the note of social media, it has been several days since this incident happened. There's frankly been an information void left in that period. Why are we addressing this now and not earlier?
An information void by us?
Frankly, by the city.
No, because we were letting the investigators do their job. There are certain things that we intentionally do not want to say publicly until they can get a good foothold on the investigation. To say something too soon is absolutely irresponsible. And I do not want to be a part of that irresponsibility.
Two questions. Where were the nearest officers?
In the central business section. They were working. They were both in vehicles. And like I said, they had to maneuver through the traffic.
Second question is, you had said social media, news media distorted the content of what actually happened. What exactly was distorted? I understand that there was multiple views of the video, but exactly what led up to this? I mean, what was distorted?
Yeah, so I think
you just don't know, not that you think, because earlier you sounded pretty adamant. Now it's, I think, yeah, no, you just lost me there.
The irresponsibility with social media is it just shows one side of the equation quite frequently without context, without factual context. And then people run with that. And then it grows legs and it becomes something bigger that we then have to try to manage as part of the investigation. So hold on, you had yours.
What? Wait, if you're seeing the same video that we're seeing, how's that being distorted and what's there to manage? Oh, but this is all, I think. No. Yep. No, I mean, do share. I mean, she, they did say that, she did say later that, I think it's just a couple days ago. It was just an update several days ago. A couple of days ago that she will release the footage of what the footage that they have. And one of the news anchors goes, it's been a day and still haven't seen the footage yet. I'm like, what the? They just call this news just call this person out, man. This chief out. Like, what? He's like, yeah, I got this. I got this, bro. No, you don't. I noticed too, guys, real quick. Hold on. There's a clearer one, I believe. I have to give me I got it. There's a clearer one. But this is one of them. It's the white guy right there. Oh, I'm sorry. They're Russian. Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, that breaking news off the top of our show. A sixth person has been arrested in connection to the violent downtown brawl. Thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm Stephen Albritton. This arrest comes as Ohio U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno comes to Cincinnati to talk about the violent assault today. WLWT News 5's Daniel Dindak will be in that news conference and has more on the breaking development in this case. Danielle.
Yeah, Stephen, all 6 people charged in this case so far have now been arrested. Now, the latest happened this morning shortly before 9. Now, Cincinnati police say that her name is Aisha Devon. She's 25 years old, and like the other 5 people arrested, she's facing assault and riot charges. Also today, Ohio U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno is in Cincinnati. He was very quick to get to social media in the wake of the violence, calling the assault a grave injustice. He has gone as far to threaten to withhold federal funding to Cincinnati if there's not a clear plan to address violence in the city. He's accusing Cincinnati's top leaders of failing the people who elected them. Moreno has given city leaders 30 days to put together a plan on what they're going to do to defend people's civil rights.
Look, this isn't political. This isn't about them being Democrats or Republicans. This is about them being idiots versus having some level of common sense and empathy for the people who live in their communities and pay taxes. I'm sick and tired of these idiotic political leaders that allow our great American cities to descend into chaos. I'm not going to allow that to happen in Cincinnati.
Now, we are still waiting on the city to release video in this case, whether it is surveillance video or police body-worn camera. Now, Chief Terry Thigi said that should happen sometime this week. I checked back in with police today, and they said this is still an ongoing investigation, so no timeline for when that video will be released. Also, no timeline on when more potential arrests or charges could come in this case. Reporting live, Danielle Dindak, WLWT News 5.
Danielle, thank you. We do have breaking news happening right now in Georgia. An Army...
Yeah, so yeah, they still haven't received that Okay, here we go. So I found it, folks. So give me a second and we'll just go over it real quick. But I found it in one of these news articles here. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I've noticed something too. This is from this one is from whatever it is. Dude, where is it at? Yeah, okay. So here's the see, look at that chick or that dude or whatever. People are trying to break it up, but wow, look at that dude. They should be all. Look at that, bro. It has nothing to do with all those dudes, but they want to sit there and. Now that dude's red shirt's back again. Come on, bro. Really?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Damn! Damn! Woo!
See, that's that chick right there that got in this Holly. She's trying to break it up too.
Oh!
All right, so we all know what's going on.
Trump. Oh,
Is all that hollering necessary, dude? Like, seriously?
damn.
Dude, is all that hollering necessary? Oh, that's the dude that hit that chick, Miss Holly. I noticed something too. There was another woman. Yeah, hold on.
Help her out. Whoa.
And then short getting hit though. Oh, that's the other guy. You'll see the other guy. Yeah, that's the other guy that.
Slip him again. Boom.
Wow, really, dude?
I got that too.
You guys are a bunch of freaking cowards, and I hope you guys get the max sentence, bro. This is insane. This is even though this guy too. This guy put his hand on him, dude. Should never lay your hand on a guy unless you want the smoke. But then again, it should have been between these two here. These two. He slapped the guy. This guy had a right to defend himself, but not the whole city on this dude. You see what I'm saying? Like the fight should have stayed between these two. See, he probably thought that he was in the guy. People are just trying to break it up, bro. And this dude's in the black king comes out of nowhere. Yeah, it's coming from a jazz fest. Like, really? Apparently, that some people say that that dude in the red kid that this dude spit on this dude's car and called him the N-word, and this dude and then after that slapped him. This dude right here slapped him. So that whatever. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out later when they all the trials and stuff like that happen. You know, because obviously initially nobody knows what's led to that. But what led to that is what initially, you know what I mean, of why they went head to head, but before, but we all know why they went to head, because this dude here slapped this dude there. I mean, don't put your hands on anybody unless you're ready to, fight. But then everybody else started to freaking jumping in. Like, really, bro? Like I said, what happened to the good old days where just those two people, they duke it out and that's it. Not a freaking whole freaking city on one dude. Is that dude in the wrong? Yes, he is. I'm not sharing it. Is the Russian or white dude wrong for slapping him? Yes, and he should be in jail too, with assault, charged for with an assault. Is it wrong that him and this, you know what I'm saying? And also think about if this dude was really mad, this dude was mad at him, but then he saw this dude getting jumped by everybody else under. This dude should have been like, no, bro, it's just between him and me. That's it, not nobody else. See what I'm saying? Like, but that's a coward, bro. If I'm fighting with somebody, it's gonna be between that person. I don't, but then you can't control. You can't also control what other people do as well. So, you know what I mean? So anyway, whatever. Bunch of cowards, dude. Bunch of fucking cowards. I'm trying not to curse that much anymore. I'm trying to turn a new leaf, guys, but Ugh. Just irritates the flip out of me, man. No, I need to go back on. I'm gonna go back on X real quick because I need to find out. Oh, anyway, there's a woman in a blue dress, not her Miss Holly, but there's another one that got caught up, and it's bugging the heck out of me that now I can't find it because I had it in my email, of course, and then I can't find it. Anyway, it leads you to it takes you to the video where the woman initially, the dude in the white, as soon as he's beaten down, he grabs another white lady, and that's in a blue dress with white heels. He grabs her ankles. She gets caught up in that stuff. He's grabbing her ankle, and then she's trying to get away. But in return, when Miss Holly gets hit, she jumps in and and basically try to help her up as well. I seen it, and just gonna, like, once again, it's gonna drive me nuts. But this is unscripted, unfiltered, stuff. You know what I'm saying? Commentary. So, but yeah, when she got knocked down, when you guys seen the video, there's a lady, like, within several seconds after she gets knocked down, that comes to her aid. That's the same woman that actually got tangled up, and the dude the dude in the white shirt that got knocked down, that he grabbed her ankle. And the other dude that sucker punched Miss Holly, man, he needs to be locked up. This one right here, this lady, right? I don't know why they have it. That's the lady right there that comes to her aid, and that's the same lady that gets knocked down in a way that Miss Holly. And that's that lady that when you guys review the video, you guys check out the video. It'll show that lady coming to her aid. She was also, trying to. This freaking coward, dude. Hold on.
I just want to say thank you.
The single mom viciously beaten by the Cincinnati mob is breaking her silence.
I just want to say thank you.
The single mom viciously beaten by the
Coward
Cincinnati
right
mob is breaking her silence.
And to be honest with you, when I played it, I was going back and forth. That dude actually looked Spanish, but when they got him, it's like, you know what I mean? He looked like he was Spanish, and the way when he hit her, he looked Spanish. I was like, what? They say black, but this dude looks Spanish. But then you whatever, you get him close. But
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for all of the love and support. It's been very, very hard, and I'm still recovering. I still have a very bad brain trauma. And it's thank you, everyone.
But not everybody feels bad for her. City Council.
Yep, City Council, Victoria Parks. This is what she stated. This was also I wanted to cover too.
President Victoria Park said the victims were begging for a beatdown. Despicable. Now the rest of the city leaders are demanding she resign. Vivek Ramaswamy took a different approach, and he personally called the traumatized mom, and now he's holding a town hall with residents.
I had people criticizing me for having the gall to call one of the victims. And one of the things that shocked me was 3 days after the attack, Holly told me that not a single elected statewide or even local elected official had called her at that point in time. And it just,
because it doesn't fit the narrative. If Vivek knows, he knows what's up. It doesn't fit the narrative, Vivek. Doesn't fit the narrative. That's why that's why Elon Musk tweeted, Fox News, CNN, zero coverage. Why? You know what I mean? Why? Kind of thing. Why?
I think
now they want to cover it because they have to cover it because it's all over social media. So don't think they, like I said, they're not watching our socials, because they are.
Shows a little bit of out of touch leadership that we have to get back in touch with who we're actually here to represent.
Yep. Victoria Parks, she said that they begged for it. Sorry? What? Squeeze me? And she hunkered down. She's like, I said what I said. I'm standing 10 toes deep in this. I know what I'm gonna, I said what I said. Here, this is what, in case you guys, here, hold on. It's 13 minutes. I'm not gonna pay all of it. I'm sorry. I don't want to bore you guys, but anyway, I don't have to play everything. I could just read it real quick to you guys. Cause ninjas got to go. All right, Post Millennial stated here. This is Post Millennial, which I'm gonna start subscribing to them because they seem legit too. Oh, sorry. July 30th, 2025. Black Cincinnati councilwoman says white people brutally beaten by mob beg for that beatdown. No. President Pro Tim of the city, Cincinnati City Council, Victoria Parks commented that the white couple who were mercilessly beaten on the street of her city begged for that beatdown. The comments came after she saw a video of what led up to the beating in the early morning of July 28th, showing two men starting to fight while others attempted to break it up. They begged for that beatdown, Parks wrote in the comment on the video from one of her two Facebook profiles. I'm grateful for the whole story. That woman didn't beg for that. She didn't beg for that at all. She was trying to keep the dude from hitting the other dude again. Keep the dudes from hitting him again. She got punched twice by that female and by the other by that coward. I think this is it, guys. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on. We're gonna speed it up here. Hold on. This is where I saw it. I'm sorry. See, okay. See, that's the woman right there. That's the woman. That's the woman that gets dragged down. He grabs her ankles. She tried to break it up too, get in the way to break it up, but that's what happened. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's the one that helped Holly up too. Holly up. See, they're even pushing her. She's a guy, get out of the way. So yeah, Parks has been on the city council since January 2022, and prior to that was Commissioner Todd's Portu's chief of staff from 2016 to 19. Her bio states that she's been working on expanding opportunities for underserved communities and has led the charge in passing racism as public health crisis. Okay. Cincinnati Public Counselor Victoria Park says another way to improve public safety is to provide for people's general welfare. But that kind of reminds me of Mr. Mondani. The same way that same mentality he has, in a sense. Another way to improve public safety is to provide for people general welfare. Your council, like I said, sounds just like Zamabdami or whatever, Zondami or whatever his freaking name is. Probably I said it right the first time, but anyway, I forgot probably. Yeah. Look at it. 5 people have been charged, and 3 arrested. Blah blah blah. Yeah. And but they're all over freaking JD Vance for saying, "Oh, blah blah blah." These thugs, and then you have this. Cincinnati police chief said that out of 100 witnesses, only one person called 911. Bowman posted on Facebook stating that the chief stated only one 911 call was reported at 3:06. This is a bold-faced lie. I have a screenshot of an individual who called at 3:03 and said the dispatcher was rude and dismissive. Oh, so she got called out too. This is Bowman right here. Actual social media comments made by a sitting member of Cincinnati City Council. Wow. The chief stated, okay, wow, Corey Bowman called him out. Whoever that is. So that's a lie. There was actually 2 people, one at 3:03 and the other one at 3:06. So a mob of violent thugs beating up an innocent person, and it's disgusting. He called one of those involved to be persecuted. You have a grown man who sucker punched a middle-aged woman, he said. That joker should be under jail, though. That's just my opinion. Vance is right. He's like, he stated that if that was somewhere else, and somebody else saw that, somebody would have handled it. They saw a man hitting a woman, so that would have been handled differently. Faux show, but kind of sound like try that in small town, right? It's sad. It's sad and sucks that you have these people. Oh, they deserved it. White people deserve it. But you know what? If it was reversed, I guarantee you, cities would have been burning down. Cities would have been burning down, statewide. Man, guys, we got to get it together, man. You got to, and kudos to those people that tried, that as you saw in the videos, they try to break it up. They try their best to break it up. Kudos to them. You got to give credit where credit is. You see the video, you see people trying to break it up. You just can't, But this marriage here is this. I'm sorry, the city council. This councilwoman, she was like, yeah, I stand 10 toes down. There's video. There's a video of a news reporter. What I just showed of her being interviewed. You guys go check out that interview. Let me see here. It's Local 12 on YouTube. Council's doubles down on controversial brawl comments. And she's like, I'm just stating my opinion. I'm just using my First Amendment. Well, First Amendment does have consequences, and your opinion may not be the other opinions of everybody else. Pro tip, me. Nobody deserves to get beaten down by a mob. One person versus 50 people. Like, come on, bro. Come on. And no woman needs to get hit by a grown-ass man who that woman is just trying to break up that fight. No man should be hitting a woman. Period. Uncalled for. Uncalled for. Nobody deserves, once again, nobody deserves to be beaten down by 100 people and get sucker punched by a man. And now she's going to be paying for that for the rest of her. She's going to be in pain. I'm sorry. She's going to be in pain for the rest of her life because that idiot cold cocked her. And the other chick should be charged too. That thing that's they're gonna, she's gonna get charged too. But yeah, that's crazy, man. We're living in some freaking messed up times, bro. Messed up times. Yep. I'm serious, man. You don't that just infuriates me, man. That that a that a grown man will hit a woman like that. Period. That upsets that I dude. Oh, that just infuriates me. The mother of the Meriwether. I think his name is Meriwether.
And on the video, he said, "You want to mess with these Russians?" And he smacked the first guy, but it wasn't like they thugs. My child is in school. He had 5 kids.
A thug. You know what? Like I said, he's not a thug. All right, let's look up the definition so we can, because maybe I have a different meaning of what a thug is. I don't know. Let's look that up. A noun, a cutthroat or ruffian, a hoodlum. One of a group of professional criminals, devotees of Cali who robbed it. Okay, whatever. The message of a thug is a violent or brutish criminal or bully. Bad guy or a bully, especially a violent one. And how's he not a thug? Let's go back. Let's see. Go back.
He's on the B honor roll in school.
He's on the B honor roll in school? Isn't that man like in his 30s? He's got 5 kids. What is he? What's that Adam Sandler movie where he's he's a grown ass man and he's got to go. He got. Gosh dang! I'm gonna flip out because I know what I've seen that movie. Not Billy Madison. It's not Billy Madison. Anyway, he goes right back to school. He has to go to school. He's got to start from kindergarten all the way to high school to get his diploma. I mean, it's not Waterboy because Waterboy. That's how. But dude, really? I mean, I thought in college it's called the Dean's List. In high school, it's called the AB honor roll or B honor roll, whatever. What kind of school your boy's going in? I think you've been lied to, Ma.
And he's not the thug that they put out in there to be.
Now, if you remember, Chief Terry Fiji said that anyone who.
Yeah. Okay. So he's got kids and he's on a B honor roll. Or AB honor, whatever. He's on an honor roll, and they're like, "What the? Like, really, bro? Like, that's some funny ish right there. That is funny." Yo, yeah, he's been lying to you. He's been lying to you. He's like, "Yo, mom, tell him I have, kids, and I make the B honor roll, AB honor roll, ma." Yo, bro, gosh, dang it, bro. Oh no, dude. If I got in trouble like this, man, my mom, you wouldn't be able to find my mom was like, "No, yo, bro, you're on your own." She's like, she called me an idiot, and she would call me an idiot and stuff like that, man. I'm telling you. She wouldn't be saying like nothing like this in the news. She'd be like, she would have either say no comment or whatever the case is, and say, "You know what? That's his business. Has nothing to do with me." Yep. You guys, man, I'm telling you, you guys, and kudos to like I said, kudos to everybody that tried to break up that fight, man. That was damn uncalled for. It should have been just those two guys only. Just those two guys. That's it. But people get caught up in their feelings. But I like to know what you guys think about this. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Even yeah, drop in your comments and let me know what you guys think about this. I appreciate you guys listening in, your time, and your attention. Thank you. And you guys, I'll catch you later. See you when I see you. Deuces.